Well, the thing like on that particular car, disassemblies typically are just assembly in reverse, right? I mean, they had already welded things in place, like the front bumper was welded in place. The front bumper brackets, the frame rails were welded to the brackets. I mean, it was quite a bit bigger job. So it probably was best that you and I were involved, or my guess is there would have been nothing but a molten pile of orange dust with 2 screaming idiots in the middle of it.
Ah, stop it!
And by then they'd be dead.
Yeah, they'd be on fire.
Yeah. This Darren's on fire. It's like that song. Let's get the rear end out of it. Let's get the seats out of it. I don't know how those seats are bolted in. Those are not the original seats. They're probably welded in. It was a bit humbling because it was a real movie car. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's a show we grew up with. It's a movie car.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to let that kind of touch you a little bit because we're just a couple guys from the neighborhood. 14th Street, he was down on 7th Street. I was between E and F, he was between D and E. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Couple kids from the neighborhood.
Good memory.
Living on 7-Eleven write-off food. You got to be careful when you're using a torch in tight places. That's what was happening there with the torsion bars, is you're inside of a pocket, there's no room to move around. So I'm trying to cut this thing. The oxygen and the acetylene blow up and blow back at you, and then that causes a miniature explosion. That's why I was taking these spark showers. You know, the average guy would have all this protective stuff on. I have my Bollets on just because my eyes are invaluable. They're the best set of eyes in the world when it comes to restoring Chrysler muscle cars. So, you know, it's kind of funny too, because for all the fighting and all the things that were happening at the time, I still remember having kind of a moment as we were taking it apart, thinking to myself that, you know, we've come a long way from where it started as, you know, just the idea to have a little program and restore cars to this being our primary source of work, and then being able to film it and, you know, share all the stories with people. Oh man, everything's bent right in the way.
Oh no.
Darren, would you stop that?
Oh,
Darren, what the?
No, what the is wrong with you?
Yeah, hold still. Don't.
where do we start?
No, what is wrong with you, really? You know, the thing about it is, and I still don't know to this day, 30 years after the day I met him, what the hell's wrong with him? A guy's trying to take the front suspension out, and you're trying to tip the car. What goes on in his head?
I don't know.
You know, that's you understand that.
What'd you do with the torch earlier?
You sick
burnt
bastard.
oil. Did anybody get hurt?
You sick? You're sick.
Oh no.
So after the craziness, after rocking the car and trying to kill somebody, because that's what he does, because in his mind that's funny, right? We were actually able to get the rest of the car disassembled. That front end coming off there was a I think that son of a is welded in there. The front bolts, when I took the front bolts of the K-member out, I noticed it didn't drop at all. That made me suspicious. Well, it turns out on top of everything else being welded, they actually welded the K-member to the frame rails. So the most dangerous part right now will be cutting those welds loose and hopefully not dropping the engine on your hand, because you got to have it up in the air a little bit to be able to get onto it with a torch. So.
Very close.
Yep.
Hold it. Can you roll that forward?
Well, what? See, Mark just wanted to ruin a car. Get away.
Watch out, man. He's a crazy man.
Well, he wanted to cut the car. You know, I know that the Dukes of Hazzard car is the most recognized Mopar in the world. So I think here at Graveyard Cars, we're lucky to be able to work on that particular car.
No, I was going to cut the coupler, you idiot. They make new couplers. You're so stupid.
Let's go with a roll, right?
Iceman. I don't know. We're getting close now, though. We're just finishing on the probably 45 minutes.
I think it's loose.
Loose now.
After we got that car disassembled, I called the owner and I let him know that we were going to be in a bit of a hiatus, because, as you recall, there was quite a change to Graveyard Cars. Not just the fact that we had to move, but we had staff changes, we had equipment changes, we had employee changes, so it got put on the back burner.